What's up? It's JBM2K5. If you're playing linebacker roulette in your IDP league, looking for some reliable pickups, I'm going to talk about some that might be available. What I really like to do is either package them or actually look for players that are trending up. And it's still early on in the season, so I wouldn't trade this early on unless you want to do a double 2 for 2. An upgrade, like I talked about this in the previous video, like if you want to like package like Navarro Bowman and a wide receiver for like London Fletcher and like another wide receiver for an upgrade, because you'll still get good production out of London Fletcher. He's back. 3 tackles in the opening week, 6 tackles against St. Louis in week 2, but he's still got a 16 points, so it looks like he probably got an interception. In my league, I'll put the stats in the description, but basically it's pretty simple. It's a point for a tackle, 6 points for interception, 2 points for fumble, 4 points for sack, and 2 points for pass defense. And the 2 points for pass defense is for corners. They're basically the only ones who get pass defenses for the most part, and they don't get as many tackles, so that it evens it out. I think I like the league that I'm in for IDP. Some of them are really strange numbers, and they'll be like 80 points for a linebacker and like 50 points for a running back or something. This league kind of complements it. So basically, if a linebacker has like a 12 tackle game or something, a 12 tackle game with like a fumble recovered, it'll be like a 14, 15 point game. So that'll be a nice compliment to a running back who has like a 100-yard and a touchdown game, which would be like a 19-point game. Anyway, let's start off with Philip Wheeler. He seems to be the leading tackler for the Raiders. Rolando McClain, you never know what he's going to be up to. Rolando McClain, I hate trying to pick him. I used to do it his rookie year. He's not a reliable double-digit guy. For linebacker, you just want a double-digit guy. If you don't have the elite Navarro Bowmans or Ray Lewis's. And Urlacher's not elite anymore, obviously, with his injury. He's averaging under 10 tackles a game for the first time, like ever, basically, in a year that he wasn't injured. Akeem Ayers, definitely probably the number 1 pickup. He's a top 5 linebacker. He had 16 tackles and a sack against the Lions. Obviously won't have that kind of crazy numbers every week, but definitely a must-add. If you just want a reliable tackler, Luke Kuechly. He started off slow with the Panthers. It's kind of crowded for tackles there, but this guy just eats tackles for breakfast. He had 158 as a redshirt or as a true freshman for BC. Then he had 183 his sophomore year. Then he had like 194 or something his junior year before he came out to the Panthers. But James Anderson, who a lot of people have picked up on his production, the guy from VT, he always produces. But Luke Kuechly's going to get his. And Beeson's getting a little older, even though he's still reliable and owned as a number 2 linebacker in IDP leagues, I say. Russell Allen. It appears Paul Posluszny he's about, 6 years into the league now. He's starting to miss a step, even though he's still like a 7-9 tackle guy. But Russell Allen seems to be picking up those extra tackles for the Jacksonville linebacker. He might end the year in the top 15 or even in the top 8 for tacklers in the NFL overall if he continues at this pace. He's had double-digit tackles the last few weeks. And Akeem Ayers had 9 tackles in week 2, and he also had 11 in the week 1. So Akeem Ayers definitely needs to be picked up. That's not a fluke. It doesn't look like he's finally come around. Justin Houston had 3 sacks for the Chiefs. Also, if you want to get cute sometime, Tamahaly will always produce. The Chiefs are actually he's a really good professional athlete. Donald Butler for the Chargers. Remember, they got Takeo Spikes and Sean Phillips doesn't tackle. Donald Butler seems to be the beneficiary for all the tackles and all the extra garbage out of that. Anyway, this was JBM 2K5. Tell me some other linebackers that are on your radar that I didn't talk about. I might agree. I can't really talk about anyone, obviously, but those are just a few names that you might want to pick up to get reliable production out of those guys going forward in the 2012 NFL season, going into Week 4 and beyond. This is JBM 2K5 on YouTube.